Are you wondering why adult children cut off? Well, in this video, we're going to be learning the 3 top reasons, which are abuse, poor parenting, and betrayal. Hi, I'm Marie Morin. I'm a therapist and a wellness coach. Let's get started. So before we begin, I just want to say that if you've been the victim of child abuse, betrayal, poor parenting, that I hope you're getting the help you need. There are ways that you can heal. You have to find support. You have to be self-compassionate. You have to give yourself time because it's a process. And the following content is really hard, and it's a lot of tough stuff. And I'm hoping that the information in this video is going to be helpful for adult children and for parents that have been estranged from their kid, that they've been told that they were either toxic, that they were terrible parents, that the information here could be a help to you so that you can get the help that you need so you could move forward. So when adult kids cut off because of abuse, betrayal, or poor parenting, there's a lot of unsafety that comes about because of that, and sensations that the relationship is not a healthy one. So cutting off is an act of self-preservation. It's recommended for adult children to cut off. It would be absolutely unsafe and not recommended for anyone that's been abused to be in a situation where they were unsafe. Abuse happened in the form of either physical, emotional, or sexual abuse. It could have happened at the hands of one of the parents, or it could have been a relative, someone that they knew. So this information comes from a study of 300 participants, adult children. And one of the interesting facts is that adult children were completely undone about the fact that they told their parents about an abuse that occurred either by a parent, sometimes the parent's new partner. And when they told the parent just completely denied it, which was devastating for the adult child. In other cases, adult children told their parents about sexual abuse by someone other than a parent, and their responses were inappropriate and unsupportive, which was equally upsetting for the adult child. Abuse also came in the form of either demeaning comments, belittling, hyper criticizing, a lot of negative comments directed towards the child or adolescent. Many of these adult children recalled feeling very manipulated, and they felt as children or adolescents that they were totally disrespected and made to feel unimportant, not supported. One of the interesting things that most of the participants said was that when they were children, these are the children that said that they were estranged because of abuse, betrayal, and poor parenting. But the foundation of that was that when they were children and adolescents, they really felt like the odd man out, like they didn't belong, and they didn't feel really connected with their parents. Reason number 2 is poor parenting. Poor parenting includes this level of disconnection, a lot of criticism, very demanding, manipulation, controlling behaviors, shaming, scapegoating, over-reliance on the child or adolescents for support. This is when a parent is just looking to the child to somewhat do things for them. And then lastly, there's also the idea of parentification. And this is where children and adolescents are forced to become like parents and just take care of the parents roles such as cooking, cleaning, taking care of phone calls, which is extremely stressful for the child or adolescent. Adult children often describe these parents as disrespectful, demanding, weak, powerful, self-centered, and attention-seeking. Betrayal is a third reason, and there is a sense of rejection and pain in knowing that there were lies and secrets that were told and kept from the adult child when they were adolescents and when they were children that really undermined their mental health and their well-being. There's this lack of connection and a disconnect between the parent according to the adult child, because if they had cared for them, they would have told them what the adult child would have wanted to know. Including in betrayal could have been some destructive acts of sabotage, such as undermining relationships with other people, talking behind their back, and also public embarrassment or embarrassment with other family members or friends. We've just reviewed the 3 reasons. If this video is helpful to you, if you're learning something from it, please consider subscribing so that you can get this content when I release new videos. What else are adult children saying? One interesting thing that adult children say is that they had cycles of estrangement and reunification, because even though these adult kids suffered a lot when they were children at the hands of their parents, they wanted a parent. They wanted a parent that was the type of parent that they deserved. And so they tried to go back and they tried to have moments, and was extremely frustrating for them because they found out that their parents just were unable to be there for them. Adult children said that when they were around them during these periods of reunification, that there were excessive demands on them that wore them down. One of the things that adult children talk about is that during these periods of reunification, parents did not take responsibility. They didn't recognize the harm that they inflicted, and there was never any resolution about the abuse, the betrayal, or the poor parenting. Adult children talk about this internal and external pressure. So the internal pressure is about what the adult child wants. They feel badly about being disconnected from their parent, and they think, especially when one of them is ill or alone or having a really hard time and maybe a sibling calls them, they feel this sense of responsibility, and they have this internal conflict about their parent. The external pressure may come from others, other family members, or maybe even a partner who's encouraging them to try and make things better. These internal and external pressures really play a role in the imbalance of the adult child's ability to stay away from the parent and preserve their sense of self and their well-being. Another interesting thing cited by the research is that many of these adult children felt empathy for their parents. They felt badly because they were aware that their parents too had been abused. They also were aware of their possible mental illness or substance abuse, family instability, and that they had a series of crises in their lives. For many of these adult children, although they felt empathy for the situations that their parents also endured, they knew that they needed to be estranged in order to preserve their mental health and emotional state. And they knew that their parents ultimately were responsible for what they did and the way they treated them. In my video 13, there's more information about abuse and estrangement and reconciling. It's really important. It's a good video. You should watch that one also. The decision to estrange by adult children did not come lightly. This came after a lot of contemplation and recognition that the relationship as it was not good for them. They wanted parents, and I'm sure just like the rest of us, we wanted parents that were not abusive, that knew what they were doing, that didn't hurt them. And when they did do things that were wrong, were ready to apologize and take responsibility. Adult children estrange because of years of rejection and pain. It's not anything they do quick off the handle. It's years of hurt. We've been talking about a very heavy topic. It's very disturbing for those that have gone through it. And there is never any excuse for abuse and poor behaviors directed at a child, adolescent, or adult child. Never any excuse. Adult children leave because they feel they have no choice. If you're an adult child that's been through this, I hope you're getting the support you need. If you're the parent of an estranged adult child and you can identify with any of this, watch my video number 9. We talk a lot about what to do when you're estranged and you're hoping to reconcile. And don't forget to get my ebook, Feeling Heartbroken and Alone, How to Pick Up the Pieces When You're Estranged. Please hit the like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And thank you for watching.